Well, good morning, and yeah, welcome back up on the Severn again, as the title will be telling you. Great journey up here, even with a stop at the service station for 10 minutes, just 3 hours to get here, or just under 3 hours actually. Driven along the whole, nearly the whole length of the road. I'm at the far end of the river now, and dropped into that peg where I think I did an afternoon in here and had one barbel, maybe over the back there, and I've got the sunken tree over there. If I spin this around, if I can, yeah, the sunken tree over there, which again, I looked at the other side. I think I said before that the club secretary said you should fish it from the other side and draw them out, so fish downstream. I walked along there and had a look down there, and it's really shallow in front of there, whereas the opposite poles is I've got a massive drop in front of me for landing the fish, which isn't good, but there's a positivity for landing the fish. So yeah, but I've got a 3 metre pole on the net anyway, so I can get it down there and land them from there. But yeah, my thought process is rather than fish downstream and try and draw them out by baiting short of it and letting the bait drift in, I would rather fish, no, that's upstream, I would rather fish downstream of it, put the balls of bait into there and let them come out with the flow, and then cast just short of it and hopefully draw them out that way. The downside of that is obviously it's not really my feature to cast at, if you like, albeit the next peg along couldn't fish to this side of it because of the angle of it. But as I say, I had a look down there, other side, and this looks a better opportunity to fish it. No one else on the stretch, so I thought I'd plop in here. I was just about to start baiting up, and someone walked down, and a guy from Yorkshire, I didn't catch his name, and he's thinking of fishing the other side of the snag. So I said, you know, go and have a look. If he wants to fish there, then I'm not going to fish here. It's pointless. We're both trying to catch the same fish. It was a waste of time. So, but thankfully when he came back, he said, no, I was here first, he'll leave it for me. Doesn't mean later in the day someone won't drop in there, and it'll be the same scenario. So I will also be baiting up dead opposite me. There's a tree again. If I spin it around, I've got trees over there and snags over there, which I think I baited up when I did the afternoon in here, but didn't have anything off of it. So that's the plan for today. Baits wise, I've made quite a wet ground bait mix, so I can put loads of hemp and live maggots in there, and I've been putting that out there now for 20 minutes. I have put a couple of balls out there, and nothing's risen yet, which yeah, surprising. I thought fish would be rising by now if they were there, but we'll see. It's 10 past 8, so we'll see. I'll give this peg a good couple of hours, maybe to 11 o'clock even. If nothing's happened by then I'll be turning the camera on in another peg, but hopefully I'm turning the camera on in the next hour or so with a nice barbel or a huge chub to show you. Anyway, enough waffling, let's get the rods in the water, get some fish on the bank. See you in a bit. welcome back. I'm in a right dilemma now. I mean, if the footage has come out, you've just seen I've just had a barbel. Well, all I'm going to say it's a double, because my scales just, I don't know what happened to them. I bought a set of those little Coram digital ones, simply because my eyesight is not good. I put the glasses on the tie rig, and I just thought instead of messing around with weigh scales, I'll have these digital ones, and just weighed it in the net, and it said 12.5 pounds. I know the net's normally £2 when it's wet, so it's 10.5 pounds. So didn't need any more, didn't need to take any photos. I put just had the GoPro running, I think. So I held it up, put that back once it rested, just double checked the weight of my scales and the weight of the net, and the scales were saying 29 ounces. I'm like, why is it doing 29 ounces? Why isn't it doing pounds and ounces? And then it went down to 27 ounces. Just had a tap on the rod. And long story short, I've taken the battery out. It's all reset itself and it's doing pounds and ounces again now. And it does say the net is £2. So if it weighed it right, that fish was 10.5 pounds. That's, a good fish. The dilemma is it's now 10:30. I just had a massive knock on that, and that was on a lump of meat, which probably means the meat's gone. Downside of using meat. After I've done this whole rewinding and cast that one again. But yeah, nothing at all has happened off of that snag. Nothing had happened where I've been baiting up over there, so I moved the rod along with the meat in case, and I say it all the time, I'm never sure where the bait's going because of undertows. So I just moved it along in front of a snag in front of me. Almost an instant bite. That was a chub, 2.5, maybe 3 pounds. Put it back out on the meat. Had another take, which was definitely a barbel, but you could tell it was a small one. And then somewhere out in the middle here, there's just a snag, and it just got in there and didn't matter what I did. I slackened off the line, let it go. Nothing. It wasn't taking any line, and long story short, I only used £9 hook link, so the hook link always is the thing to give. So the hook link broke, so that was that one. Then I put the rods back out and nothing had happened. I was just thinking, do you know what, I might move, or at least wind in, have a walk down, see what the pegs are like down from me, which is Barbel Alley, or upstream from me. I always say down because you go down the road to go home, but that's actually upstream if you go that way. Downstream's to my right. And then I thought, I was still getting little taps and things, but never bites. I thought, do you know what, let's just make up a new rig, try some small pellets, cut them a small pellet on the hair, new sharp hook, put the slightly deeper into where I'd been baiting up this morning and where I've been fishing the meat. So I put the swim feeder in that hole over there. Don't know, 2 minutes it was away, and that was that double figure barbel that you've just seen. So now I don't know what to do. I think what I'm probably going to do is sit it out for another couple of hours, see if I can nick another fish or two. There's certainly no shoal of barbel or chub here at the moment. I've seen the odd chub roll in the middle, but only small things. So yeah, I think definitely there's a move on the cards, unless in the next 2 hours something changes and I'll get some constant bites. But yeah, that's it for now. So maybe turning the camera on with another fish, or if not, in another peg, just updating you with what's happened and everything. I haven't even bothered getting the kettle out because I'm not sure if I'm going to stay here. So should I get the kettle out and have a cup of coffee? Maybe. Anyway, just for a change, I'm digressing. Speak to you in a bit. Okay, welcome back. So still in the same peg. A really funny, flickery little bite on one of the rods, and played it in. And to be honest, I thought it was a big bream. Oh, just had a tap on one of the rods. Go on. Yeah, I thought it was a big bream, the way it was hardly fighting at all. And then when I got to see what it was, Polaroids on, it was a pike. So as I say, you would have just seen that. And then since then, I've moved my rods. I'll spin this around because it's better to look at the water than it is to look at me. I've moved my rods into the middle now, so off of the snag. Although I stopped fishing it, I still kept feeding bait there. And I just decided, instead of maybe the bait was going along the back there, maybe it's been drifting into the middle there. And so I started fishing the middle with one rod on the meat, and yeah, that rod tore away. Good barbel, really good fight, but it was heading for this snag that is somewhere roughly a third of the way out over there. So it ran from right over there down to there and was trying to get into that snag where I lost the little barbel this morning. And I tried to bully it so as it couldn't get in the snag, and unfortunately the hook pulled. So a bit disappointed with that one, to have lost that one, but you know, that's fishing. At least I had a bite. So I know I'm sort of doing something right in the right spot. So what I've done now, I've moved both rods onto that spot, and the irony of that is I was starting to have a slow pack up to move pegs. And I thought I'd just try a rod in there for half an hour. Last half an hour, nothing happens, I'll move. And obviously had that bite and lost the barbel. So what I've decided to do, I'm going to sit in here and just keep fishing the middle now until perhaps 3 o'clock, and then have a wind in, have a ball up that way. I think I'm in peg 83. I want to go up to about 103 to 20 pegs up, see if people are up there. If no one's up there, I'll finish my last couple of hours up in the meadows, because I've not fished it yet this year. So give that a go. But hopefully I can nick another fish or two out of this peg. They're definitely, I don't think they're shoaled up here, but they're definitely travelling through here. The fact that I've had a few bites, what have I had? I've landed a chub, lost and landed a barbel, landed the pike and lost 2 barbel. Takes wise, it's been a good day, hasn't it? Only 3 fish landed, 4 fish landed. 5 takes, 3 fish landed. Yeah, that's it. But yeah, that's still a good day. So we'll see what happens. The only other thing today, has been quite a lot of boat traffic. And yeah, some people are good at missing your lines, and others, you sort of, well, a lot of time I wind in, to be honest. I hear them coming, I'll just wind in. And sometimes I leave them out and just direct people where to go. And touch wood, nobody's actually caught my line yet. But we'll see, early days. But yeah, hopefully, as I say, I'm turning this on with a fish for you rather than turn it on to tell you, well, I've moved pegs, but I did lose another one. But yeah, so see you in a bit. Okay, and as you can see, I've moved pegs now. I haven't moved 20 pegs, I've moved 10. And there's a guy probably 5 pegs down from me, but he only just set up when I come along. So weird thing here, I'm doing my usual in here. I've normally pick up fish in the margin here. So I've got one literally half a rod length out and about 3 foot of water. And then the other one, I had a couple of speculative casts to the far bank. Nothing happened. So then I've thought, right, I'm going to feed the middle, because that's where I had a couple in the other peg from, in the middle, didn't I? Or a couple of bites, albeit I lost them. So yeah, I found a spot. I've put a bit of, I can't think what it's called now. I've put a rubber stop on my line, so I'm always casting to the same spot. And I've put meat on both rods, because always in the evening I seem to do better on meat. And the mad thing is, put the meat out in the middle, wasn't out there long. I've been trickling pellets down that middle line. Wasn't out there long, I had a big wrap on it, nothing there. And then I wound that in, put another bit of meat on, put it out there. I was just about to set this camera up to do this. Another wrap, nothing there. I thought, don't tell me the eels are out there. Another bit of meat on, put it out there, as I've put the rod on there, tap, 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 and yeah, it's a tiny little barbel, about, I don't know, 6 ounces maybe, 8 ounces at a push. But yeah, so I've not blanked in this peg, but it's another barbel. But how weird's that? There might be a little shoal of barbel in the middle there, and hopefully a bigger one comes along with it. So I'm not going to do this instruction or this handover for too long, because I want to get the rod back out on the spot. But yeah, nothing else happened down that peg, hence why I'm up here. So it's, yeah, it's 20 to 5 now, so I'm going to fish on till about 6:30, 7 o'clock. So let's see if we can get one more good one out today, and I'll be turning the camera on then. See you in a bit. Welcome back. Well, as long as it's on video, you've just seen an absolute screamer of a bite, and then unfortunately the hook link, well, I don't think it did part. I wasn't putting much pressure on it, but the fish was hacking down that way. I mean, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't tighten that clutch up. The line would have probably snapped. So it's all I could do to slow the spool down with my finger. But in hindsight, the angle of the fish, it was quite in near the margins, and there's all boulders along there, so I suspect the hook link actually cut on a boulder rather than it snapped. Because no, it didn't snap. I'd only made it up half an hour before that. Funny thing with that bite was, because I'd had that little one that I showed you, and then what happened? I had a big tap, wound in, half the meat had gone, put it back out, and then nothing for half an hour. Just no knocks, no nothing. I was sitting there thinking to myself, oh, was it a little shoal? And then now they've moved off. And just as I was thinking that, the rod hooped over, and the rest is history, as they say. So yeah, I'm surprised this margin rod hasn't gone. I mean, it's 6:30 now. Still, I'm got to fish on for another half an hour. So if something does happen, I'll slip it into the video now. Well, there you go. I've been wrapping the flog up. So you've already, I've said now I'll insert a bit here if I have one. And there you go. Don't know how big he is. Probably about, don't know, £8 maybe. But yeah, very welcome and a nice way to wrap the day up. So yeah, see you soon. Yeah, well, I've really enjoyed my day. You know, I've had 7 takes. All right, I've lost 2 really good fish. One to the hook pull and that one to the hook link getting cut off. But other than that, what an enjoyable day. I'm definitely going to go back in that peg where I started this morning. I still feel like I've got unfinished business in there, but I feel like I learnt a bit more about that peg today. So next time I'm up here, if it's free, I'll probably be back in there. I may not do the vlog because it'll be boring if you're just watching me doing the same thing again, but we'll see. See what demand says. If people say do the vlog, I'll still do it, but if not, I'll just nip in there and have a day in there and see what I can do. Maybe video it and then add it into a vlog at another time. But yeah, I don't know what else to say. You know, like I say, it's just been a good day. Hopefully I can nick another fish, slip it into the video, get away for 7. And most people are either indoors or down the pub watching England play football, so I can get home in 3 hours. That would be the perfect end to the day. One more fish and a good journey home. But yeah, as I always say, thanks for watching. If you're not a subscriber, I'm almost at 3,000 subscribers now. So if you're not a subscriber, please click that link down there, subscribe, and you'll get notifications as and when I put videos on. When will I be out again? Not sure. I'm off to France Saturday for a week's carp fishing, so not for a couple of weeks. Yeah, I don't know. Just keep an eye on the vlogs. I'll probably do a carp vlog actually. And normally when I go to France, I do a carp vlog. But looking at the stats, people who watch the Barbel vlogs don't really watch the carp vlogs, and vice versa. So yeah, whatever. You watch what you enjoy watching. As I say, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you do, give it a like. It's always good to get likes on the videos as well. And hopefully see you on the bank in the near future.